阵阵鼓声、传统喉音吟唱声中，族人代表仗着Arapaho族旗和美国国旗步入会场。这是在2015年6月4日开幕的第22届稳固原住民族语言研讨会。会议的其中一个主要场地，就是主办单位之一被Arapaho族国政府全权经营的风河赌场饭店。这间赌场饭店不只提供会议场地，也是主要赞助单位，更是支持被Arapaho族国政府运作的重要支柱。
The Wind Hotel and Casino is owned and operated by the Northern Arapaho tribe. And we elect 6 business council members for 2-year terms. So they are elected to conduct the day-to-day business decisions on a daily basis of the tribe. So they oversee ultimately the casino and our operations here. In 1988, we started with a bingo hall. And then in 2005, we won a lawsuit against the federal government, and we were awarded Vegas-style gambling to operate it. We are the only tribe in the United States that doesn't have a state gaming compact. We deal directly with the National Indian Gaming Commission. So we operate by secretarial procedures. So all that whole process in itself really represents sovereignty at its best. So they direct Jim Conrad, who's the current CEO, to conduct the day-to-day business of the casino and hotel operations. In conjunction, they have a good working relationship, but for the most part, they stay an arm's length away and let us conduct it like a business. That's why we've been so successful.
基于财政因素与对原住民族的道德性补偿，美国国会在1988年通过《印第安博弈规范法》，全美28州各个印第安保留区自此开设了超过400间赌场。赌场和周边的娱乐及休闲设施吸引大批观光客，成为地方的重要财源。而所谓的秘书程序，是1999年时主管印第安博弈事务的美国内政部所创造的规范，在州政府拒绝与原住民族国政府本着诚信进行博弈协定协商的情况下，仍然允许部落博弈事业的发展。在这个程序之下，当州政府拒绝协商，原住民族国政府就可以直接向内政部提案。北Arapaho族当时就是因为怀俄明州政府的拒绝协商而提出诉讼，最终赢得开设并且经营赌场的许可，并且不需要支付税金给怀俄明州政府。
We went to the state to negotiate in good faith to get a state gaming compact. And then we were in federal court for about 12 years. So they failed to negotiate in good faith with us. So they took our last offered compromised offer. In the course of that, because they didn't operate in good faith with us or try to come halfway, meet us halfway at the table, we don't have to pay the state of Wyoming a cent. So what we did was reinvest all the revenue. Once we went Class Vegas-style gaming, our revenues really increased. We did get an initial loan to build this current flagship casino here, because we operate 3. But the Wind Hotel and Casino, we got a $22.5 million loan. That's the only loan we've gotten. This hotel was built with cash flow. And then our new expansion for the Buffalo restaurant, cash flow. No loan, other than the one we currently paid to build the original casino floor.
2012年4月9日，扩大经营的风河赌场饭店盛大开幕，有90间房间、3间赌场、2间餐厅、3间咖啡厅以及2间礼品店，还有加油站。赌场内有超过750台拉斯维加斯式吃饺子老虎机，还有10张赌桌。 每周还有原住民族舞者的传统舞蹈演出。20年前风河赌场刚刚开幕时，只是一间小小的宾果游戏厅，但现在却是所在地怀俄明州中西部的佛里蒙特郡最大的雇主。
Just having a good relationship with the tribe to do a good strategic plan and say this is what we want in 3 years, this is what we see in 5 years, this is what we see in 10 years, this is what we want to do. I started working in 2005. There were 62 employees.
At that time?
At that time.
Okay. And now?
And the elders of our tribe told us a long time ago, for Indian gaming to come here is to put our people to work. And so I really take that to heart, and I believe in that, and all it encompasses is to empower our people to have a job. And so they get a paycheck every other week, and then they could do a lot of stuff with that. And so right now, from 2005, we had 62 employees. Now we have around 800 employees.
Wow.
Yeah.
800, wow.
Yeah.
And most of them are Northern Arapaho or?
About 72% are Northern Arapaho.
Okay.
And we're about 82% native, which means the other 10% of that is like my husband, like Cheryl. They're from other tribes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could have Lakota,
Yeah.
Crow,
Yeah.
Dene, Ute, other tribes, indigenous tribes throughout the United States represent that. They marry into the tribe and they come here.
不过想到赌场，往往会刻板印象的连接到烟和酒，但在风河赌场饭店完全没有任何酒精性饮料。应该说，整个风河印第安保留区都是买不到酒精性饮料的。
When the reservation was created, and they placed the Shoshones here, and then eventually the Northern Arapaho came, and they share this reservation, the government said it will be a dry reservation, meaning no alcohol. So it's a federal policy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's always just been that way.
Okay.
Now, in the course of all that, as Native people, we struggled with alcoholism. And you'll see it prevalent, and it still affects our family. Number one reason why we fire people is it's alcohol related.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
okay.
alcohol related. And it's not to say the employee may be abusing alcohol, but majority of them, it's not them. It's usually their spouse or a child
Yeah.
or a sibling or even their parents.
在风河印第安保留区，许多的族人在风河赌场饭店里，不只是找到一份稳定的工作，更找到了人生的新开始。
I got in trouble in Casper. I got a felony. I got put in prison. I spent 45 months altogether in the prison system. So I got back out. I come back over here to the reservation. To me, I guess nowadays that since I've gotten here and realizing that, having a steady job and all that stuff like that, there's a lot of benefits to that. I've gotten married and I've got a child I got to look after now and all that, I've been, I guess, doing good as compared to my former situation,
Yeah, it's been real positive. I've got to learn, more of the tribal members. I've never worked for the tribe in all my life, but being here at the casino has been pretty good because then I get to really know the tribal members, get back to seeing my family more, and really getting to relate with a lot of the community here.
And what we do is that when an employee quits, they are allowed to come back after 6 months. And then, to give you an example, is what was generally happening is somebody would be working, they'd get their first paycheck, and they'd quit. Then they would come back and say, oh, I made a mistake, I want my job back. And then they would get their job back, and then they would usually last then about 2 to 4 months, and then they quit again. On average, the third time that they came back, they would stay.
赌场除了提供族人工作机会以及重新开始的可能，也是族国区域内许多重要建设、族人生活服务的资金来源，同时也是地方各类型活动的中心，更让族国政府财政独立，有资金可以不用仰赖州政府或联邦政府的自主运作。
A lot of the tribes that
did acquire casinos, it provided a source of revenue for the tribe as far as assistance, Indian health service assistance, and elderly, handicapped, and welfare, education. So we thought we'd try to negotiate with the state.
I can tell you how much we give to the tribe monthly. It varies. We could go from $350,000 up to $450,000 a month.
A month.
Is what we transfer to the tribe, and they decide, the 6 elected business council, where they want to use that at. And things changed over the years, but ultimately, education, housing, our youth, our elders, taking care of those. Those are really big, broad areas, but there's a lot you can do in each one of those areas. So we're very proactive. We communicate with the business council all the time. Hey, heads up, this is what we want to do. Are you opposed to it? This is why we want to do it. We always have our justifications or numbers, how it's going to help. And our ultimate goal here in the next year or so is we want to build an on-site daycare. Because 60% of our workforce are women.
Yeah.
And we're a very young workforce. Over, I'd say 85% of our workforce is below the age of 35.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of them are young moms and mothers, and so a big part of them to still employ people here is to have good quality daycare.
Senior Tuesdays here, they have a free meal for the seniors. They come in and they swipe their card and it prints out, they take the card, they go to Janaku and they get their free meal, sit down and eat. And
$5 free play.
Yeah, $5 free play.
The majority of our funding comes from casino revenues, and the Northern Arapaho tribe follows the National Indian Gaming Association's policies and procedures on how to, where the money that they, when they have revenue, then they have to divide the money into certain categories, and education is one of them. And so that's how we've been getting our funding for the last, I'd say about last 8 years is coming from the casino.
虽然部落学院的资金来自于赌场的营收，但赌场无权干涉部落学院任何政策或事务，州政府也不得介入。族国政府握有决定权，体现部落主权。
The casino, but the tribes above the casino. So the tribal council kind of more or less dictates where all the funding's going to go. And so the casino, all they do is they just give us the money, but the tribe approves the budget. So we have to abide by whatever the tribe is. We're supposed to be a separate entity because we have our own board, but a lot of times, they control the money, so they more or less still, we have to kind of more or less do what they say.
一间赌场秉持着为族人服务的初心，改善族人生活，也成了风河印第安保留区的经济命脉，甚至带动地方建设。为了因应赌场人潮，前往赌场饭店的马路正在进行拓宽工程。赌场也积极计划要发展保留区内的部落观光，与族人合作，让观光客可以真正的认识北Arapaho族的历史与文化。与族国政府间紧密沟通，却不逾越最终决定权的掌控。经济财政的独立，成为北Arapaho族国政府自治自觉的最有力后盾。